reason I'm going live tonight is I want to address the Neanderthal nation. I'm going live tonight. I want to address the Neanderthal nation. Oh, yes, I do. I want to talk black to the Caucasians who have been stalking me for the past 48 hours. I want to talk to the Neanderthal nation tonight, the Caucasian community. You have been cyber stalking me for 48 hours, and I don't mind. I don't mind. You can continue to do it as long as you want, because I don't care if the opinion of every Caucasian is to the contrary. I say what I mean to say, and I stand on everything I say 10 toes down. But let me say this to the Caucasian community. Let me say this to the Caucasian community. When I look at your anger, when I look at your rage, when I look at the responses from America's Caucasian community over this issue of Eminem being the GOAT of hip hop, and let me say this, I have nothing personal against Eminem. My comments on the Joe Budden podcast had nothing to do with Mr. Marshall Mathers personally, and I want Mr. Marshall Mathers to understand that Dr. Umar Tunde harbors no personal ill will towards you. This is not personal. This is business. This is not personal. This is business. Eminem, I want you to hear me, young man. This is not personal. This is business. You are a talented musician, lyricist, producer. You seem like you are an okay guy. You've never done nothing to me, and you've never done anything that I personally witnessed to be worthy of condemnation. So my comments are not personal. They apply to any non-African. This is about business. The business.
Oh man, you're sitting there saying that that Eminem can't be the greatest rapper of all times because he's white? Really? Man, I mean, that does seem quite a bit racist. No offense, man. It does. That seems quite a bit racist. But again, man, black people can say pretty much whatever they want to say. Then they claim that, they're oppressed. You're not oppressed. Not a damn bit of you. Not a damn one of you are oppressed. You're not. And again, you're no more oppressed than somebody's white. You're not. You can sit there and claim whatever you want to claim, but, all this rhetoric, all this bullshit that is being spread is because you want to claim to be something so you can have privilege. That's all this is. Man, whether or not, Eminem's the greatest of all time rapper, I have no idea, nor do I care, nor do majority of people care. Do I care if people call Tiger Woods the greatest golfer of all time? No, I don't. Would I agree? No, probably not. But I don't care. I truly don't, because that does not consume me. You're talking about the anger and the rage from white people? No, man, the anger and the rage is coming from you. It's coming from majority black people, and no, they're not justified for it. You're sitting there claiming victimhood status. Why you're sitting there putting down other people because of the color of their skin? That's all you're doing. And you pretend to be African. You pretend to be hard. But number one, you're not African. And number two, man, you would not make it in Africa. You wouldn't make it on the savannah. You wouldn't make it in the jungle. You wouldn't make it. You're a soft little pudgy man. That's what you are. Let's be honest about that. You like to pretend you're hard. You like to talk like you're hard. But you're not hard. You're not hard one bit. You like to pretend. And again, man, you're talking about anger and talking about rage. I mean, I'm looking at your picture right now. That's all you're about. And you like to pass that off like it's good. like somehow the anger and the rage and whatever is good. It's not good. I mean, you're weakening people. You're weakening your own people, or what you claim to be your own people. You're making them weaker. You're trying to get them angry. And there's no reason to get them angry. There's no reason to get anyone angry. When we all have full equality under the law, which is all we can ever have. And, if you don't have what you want, then maybe you have to look at yourself. But to sit there and say that somebody can't be the greatest of all time in something because they're white, again, man, what is wrong with you? Let go of the anger, let go of the rage, let it go. All you're doing is you're weakening people. You're weakening yourself.
I said my comments on the Joe Budden podcast was about business, not personal. The business of protecting the sacredness, authenticity, and integrity of African culture. I said that no non-African can ever be the best of anything in African culture. You can't be the best cook of African food. You can't be the best rapper of African hip hop. You can't be the best singer. You can't be the best priest of African culture. Nothing we create can a non-African be the best at. First of all,
can black people be the best at white stuff if white people can't be the best at black stuff? I think, man, you got to stop dividing things up into color of skin, into race. That's what the issue is. That is what the problem is. You're dividing everything up into race, and then you're claiming that you're oppressed, that black people are oppressed, and white people are being racist. But you're the one actually being racist right now. But again, man, you claim, black people are so oppressed. White people are so racist. I mean, again, that's what you're doing right now. We have to truly be honest about that. Man, but that's okay because you're black. No, man, that's not okay. That's not right. Again, that's how you keep things going like this. Again, right now, you know damn well that white people aren't going to stand up there and say, hey, they can't be the best at that because, man, that's a white thing. They can't be the best at playing the piano. They can't be the best at golf. They can't be the best at whatever because, man, that's white. That's white. They can't be the best at, mathematics. That's more Asian, I guess. But, again, man, you're saying that, the best engineers that come from Germany. So again, man, black people can't beat that. Nope. Sorry. Really? Come on, guy. Get off the racism narrative. That's what you're on. I mean, again, we see this on full display now. Black people are allowed to be 100% racist. They're allowed to get out there and just be flat out racist. Say you're racist, these nasty, horrible things. And again, man, people, they applaud it. They're happy. Oh, yeah, go black. No, man, no. Do you not see? You're a racist. That is what you are. Then you claim, but black people can't be a racist, man, because it's about power. Yeah, it is, man. Probably some of it is about power. But you got to recognize, man, if you can get up there and you can say whatever you want about some other race, but they can't say the same thing about you, that is power.
I don't even see how an African can come to the conclusion that a non-African can be the best at anything when we are the oldest people. We are the first people. And we are the most numerous people. So when you say a non-African is better at X, Y, and Z than a member of the race, you're saying that this person can do this better than 2 billion Africans. Or you're saying not only can they do it better than 2 billion Africans on the planet, you're saying they can do it better than all of the billions of Africans that have ever walked the planet Earth. You know and I know that that is absolutely ridiculous. You know and I know that that is absolutely ridiculous. You know, like I know, that that is absolutely ridiculous. And from a cultural integrity perspective, this is not about Mr. Marshall Mathers. I don't have nothing personal against that man. But from a cultural integrity perspective, haven't they stolen enough from us? Haven't they appropriated enough from us? Haven't they robbed, stealed, killed, enslaved, lynched, miseducated, mass incarcerated, politically dominated us enough that you mean to tell me that after 404 years, you got black people running around playing defense attorney and cheerleader for white folks? You got black people running around after 404 years playing defense attorney and cheerleader. The fact that you got black people arguing for a white man to be considered the greatest of all time in an African art form speaks to how psychologically ill we are as a race of people.
He wants to be angry. He wants to lash out. He wants to go and say that, white people can't have this. They can't be the best at that because it's black. Only black people can be the best at whatever, man. Because, man, that's African. That's African. Only black people can have that. Well, again, black people all the time take things that are white. Again, cell phones were invented by white people. White person, white man came up with that. Man, you can say whatever you want to say. Majority of stuff that you use, that you take for granted in everyday life, were invented by white people. But then you sit there and say that black people were the oldest people. We're the oldest ones, man. And the thing is, man, sitting there saying that for 400 and whatever years, man, there was all this stuff that happened, all this slavery and everything else. But again, black people are superior. Well, man, I hate to pour salt on your wounds, man, but really I don't. But the fact of the matter is, man, if black people were superior, then how were they enslaved? I mean, again, we have to truly look at that. We have to understand that. And again, I'm really not talking about just black people, because there were more white slaves in North Africa than there ever were black slaves here in the U.S. So again, man, there were slaves all over the globe. Nobody was better than anyone. We have to realize that. But the culture, the European culture, was something that, again, man, there was a lot of inventiveness, ingenuity in that culture. And again, man, a lot of great things came out of Europe, came out of the U.S. They did. But again, man, you can say whatever you want to say. You can claim whatever you want to claim. Again, man, you can say that that black people did the best at whatever, man. The unfortunate thing is, that's not true. Well, for you, it's important. For me, I really don't care. But the thing is, man, you're sitting there saying that, hey, black people are better than. It's all coming from ego. There's nothing holy about what you're saying. Nothing godly, nothing good about what you're saying. Again, all you're trying to do is divide people up into groups, then claim, ego status, how good you are, how good people that look like you are, and how bad everyone else is. That's what you're claiming, man. There's nothing good out of anything you're saying, nothing at all good. But again, man, you're angry, you're small, and you're wanting to make everyone else angry and small as well. And again, man, what you're doing is you're fanning those flames of racial division. You're making things worse. Again, in this country, in Europe, in England, and there is full equality. There's no black or white. There's no, you can't do this because you're black. No, of course not, man. As a matter of fact, there's affirmative action. There's, let's give you a head start on something because of the color of your skin. And we truly have to understand right now, and especially in this country, there's full equality under the law, which is all you can ever have. Man, if your life that's not the way you want it to be, maybe look in that mirror. But the fact is, Dr. Umar Johnson, you're a doctor. You're not oppressed. And again, you're up there yelling and screaming that a white person was called the goat of something that you said is black. And that's what's got you so upset. The fact of the matter is, man, you have got to stop and look at yourself before you kill yourself and before you kill what you claim to be your own people with this anger. All you're doing is making people weak. But guys, man, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks.
You son of a